You are successful, you are capable, and people look at you like you have it together, yet you feel empty inside. Maybe you're coming out of a toxic work situation with a toxic boss or colleague or a culture that keeps flipping reality on you until you kind of start to believe it, but you feel misaligned and feel like you're playing smaller. Your intuition is telling you something is off. Maybe you're going through a period of grief, something that nobody can really put their arms around unless they've experienced it. Not even like a death, but a version of yourself, a marriage, an identity, a chapter that you thought was going to be different. But now the reality is just totally mismatched to what you anticipated. Maybe it's something you can't even put your finger on, right? It's just that feeling of burnout, off. You know something is not working in your life. You're tired of pretending that it is, but you're trying to figure out what that is. What is the root cause? Whatever brought you here, you are in the right place because we get to the root cause. And what I want you to know, even if we've never met, is that I understand you're probably exhausted in a way that sleep doesn't fix. You probably are taking all the vitamins in the world, took the vacation, maybe you do all the self-care, but you still wake up feeling depleted and just feeling like, wow, nothing is working. You might have physical symptoms, that nobody can explain, like hormonal imbalances, autoimmune flare-ups. Your doctor keeps running tests, but you remain within the norm, and so you can't really figure it out medically, but your body is telling you something's wrong, right? Maybe you're great at your job. You're high performing on the outside, but running empty on the inside, and nobody really understands how close you are to a complete breakdown. You just feel like you're losing it. You say yes when you mean no. You over-explain. You apologize. You take on responsibility for other people in the room, right? Somewhere underneath all of this is that quiet, persistent feeling like the life you built, the one that looks successful, isn't actually yours. There's a huge disconnect. My friend, that is not a mindset problem. And you are certainly not lazy. That is a nervous system that has been in overdrive for way too long. And your nervous system only has so much capacity, okay? So it makes sense that you are here. I am Amy Lee Looper. I am a certified trauma and resilience coach. I specialize in this. I'm also a survivor of all the things I just mentioned. So I work specifically with high achieving women who are really done with surviving and ready to actually feel like themselves again and live life with joy, freedom, and peace. And I work with, high achievers, executives, entrepreneurs, women rebuilding themselves after divorce. Maybe they've been through emotional abuse or narcissistic abuse, and everything costs them everything. Maybe they're in a big career pivot, a business goal that they weren't anticipating, but now they're coming into a place where they really want to be aligned. They want to be aligned in a different way. This work is not about hustle. It's not about positive thinking. It's a nervous system, trauma-informed work that meets you exactly where you are, not where you think you should be. We have to hold this really nice place of compassion for ourselves. So on this channel, you're going to find real tools for real recovery, okay? Not Band-Aids, but real recovery. We talk about what it actually feels like to heal from a toxic relationship, including why you even miss that person, even though you know that they were bad for you. Maybe they were your life's biggest lesson. We talk about gaslighting, how to recognize it. What does it do to your nervous system? How to start trusting yourself again after somebody just made you doubt your own reality for so many years. We talk about grief, and grief gets complex, especially when nobody can really validate your experience. Grieving a marriage that was over before it ended. Grieving the version of yourself that motherhood swallowed up, grieving the career that cost you your health. We talk about people pleasing. It's not a personality flaw. It's a survival strategy. And it was built to keep you safe, okay, in situations that were really complex and hard. And so there's no toxic positivity here. I'm not going to tell you to hustle more. And I'm certainly not going to tell you just change your mindset when you're in the middle of trauma, because that doesn't work. Just honest, evidence-based nervous system level trauma work for women who are done performing and really wanting to get to the root cause. You can actually break generational cycles here. Okay. So if anything that I said today landed, I want you to subscribe to this channel. I release videos every single week, and I promise it's going to be worth your time. Your time is limited. So I make this content very high quality and will help you move the needle. If you're at the point where you're ready to stop swimming in all of this burnout kind of feeling, I want you to click the link in the description for a 30-minute clarity call. We just talk one-on-one, me and you, and we get to the root of what's really happening in your life. Okay, so you found this channel for a reason. You don't have to keep disappearing. I want you to show up for yourself. This is the biggest shift. Take back your power and show up for yourself, even if it just means watching a video for your own growth, okay? I want you to connect in with that clarity that you need to move yourself forward and break through the things that you're going through. So I do invite you on that call, but then also subscribe so you get automated updates to when new content drops every single week, okay? So we will see you on the next video.